A Complete Unknown explores the life of the enigmatic Bob Dylan in the 1960s, and the musician's true story is just as fascinating as the movie. Though many musicians have had an impact on their genre, Bob Dylan is easily considered one of the most prolific singers of all time, having a long-term effect on both the folk and rock genres. Despite this, he's also developed a reputation as an enigma. He guards his personal life, typically refuses to explain his lyrics, and has a history of fabricating information about his experiences. Many movies about Bob Dylan have leaned into this mysterious image, but A Complete Unknown attempts to provide a more intimate picture of Dylan's early career, focusing on the musician's loneliness and desperation to escape. However, while leaning into emotional truths, A Complete Unknown leaves out some of the most interesting elements of Bob Dylan's life. That being said, the film opens the door for curious viewers to learn the true story. A Complete Unknown explores Bob Dylan's life from 1961 to 1965. The Bob Dylan biopic only looks at his early career. Timothée Chalamet smoking a cigarette as Bob Dylan in A Complete Unknown. Even though Bob Dylan's career has spanned from 1961 to the present day, the Bob Dylan biopic, starring Timothée Chalamet, focuses on the first 5 years of his career. The movie opens with him arriving in New York, and it ends just after the controversial 1965 Newport Folk Festival, where Bob Dylan went electric. Because this is the time period for the film, viewers will get to see his Greenwich Village days. The NYC area was the hub of the American folk revival in the 1960s, which explains why musicians like Joan Baez, Pete Seeger, and Bob Newirth appear in the movie. However, some influential groups like the Kingston Trio, the Almanac Singers, and the Weavers are left out to maintain the focus on Bob Dylan. The people who appear in A Complete Unknown had a direct impact on Dylan's life during these years. Bob Dylan was in a relationship with Suze Rotolo in the 1960s. Suze Rotolo first met Bob Dylan in 1961. Elle Fanning as Sylvia Russo looking behind her seat in A Complete Unknown. Shortly after Bob Dylan arrived in New York City, the 20-year-old musician met 17-year-old Suze Rotolo, and the two quickly fell in love. The pair moved into a Greenwich Village apartment together. While he pursued his music career, she took on a job at the Congress of Racial Equality, a job that fit with her political activism. Throughout their relationship, Rotolo reportedly influenced Dylan's music, and she appeared on the cover of his album The Freewheelin' Bob Dylan. The two continued their relationship until early 1964, but the last year of their romance was turbulent due to his fame and his affair with Joan Baez. Unfortunately, Rotolo lost her identity in others' eyes, being seen as Bob Dylan's girlfriend, which she resented. After their breakup, Rotolo became famously tight-lipped about their relationship, maintaining her privacy as she built a career as an artist. However, she finally opened up about their romance in her 2008 memoir A Freewheelin' Time, a memoir of Greenwich Village in the 60s. Because of their romance, fans might be confused when they find out that Bob Dylan has a romance with a character named Sylvie Russo in the cast of A Complete Unknown. Elle Fanning revealed in an exclusive Q&A during the AMC Early Access screening on December 18, for which Screen Rant was present, that Bob Dylan specifically requested Rotolo's name be changed in A Complete Unknown to respect her privacy. For this reason, these details about their relationship have been pulled from Suze Rotolo's memoir. Bob Dylan also started a romance with Joan Baez after they met in 1961. Joan Baez and Bob Dylan had an affair while he was with Suze Rotolo. Joan Baez looks at Bob Dylan in A Complete Unknown. In addition to dating Suze Rotolo, Bob Dylan started an affair with folk musician Joan Baez, who received the public nickname the Barefoot Madonna. Baez already had a successful career by the time she met Bob Dylan in 1961. And she helped boost his career by covering his music and bringing him on stage during her performances, via Far Out magazine.